Yeah, exactly. That was back in 2020, but now inside the Capitol, Republicans, they're wanting to repeal Medicaid from the state constitution, citing that it's just getting too expensive. They want better management of the program, but now Democrats are sounding the alarm, saying Oklahomans will lose their eligibility if that happens.
Designed to take the provisions that are currently in the Constitution.
Some Republican lawmakers want Medicaid reform in Oklahoma, and they're pushing to put a state question right in front of you to make it happen. And Democrats, they're sounding the alarm.
Future legislatures could alter or scale back Medicaid eligibility without a vote of the people. Is that accurate?
That is what we're asking the voters to do, is to let us put this in statute so we can have the ability to manage the program.
Senate Pro Tem Lonnie Paxton says he wants it out of the state constitution and put into state statute. The reason why? Well, the Trump administration has talked about reforming their end of Medicaid costs. Right now, the feds cover 90% and the state 10%. Well, our state lawmakers estimate the rumored changes could skyrocket Oklahoma's end another $1 billion, and that scares them.
Do we have an extra $1 billion laying around the state to come up with to pay for this?
We would for about a year, and then we would have to start either raising taxes or cutting services.
Paxton says the move would prevent the need for higher taxes or cutting services. He says it would keep the program running and affordable. But Democrats pounded him with questions about whether that would mean some Oklahomans lose coverage.
Is there any guarantee in this bill that the state will maintain our current coverage levels?
Thank you for the question. Under the current scenario that we're in, with Medicaid expansion being in the Constitution, the legislature really only has one lever to pull when it comes to managing this program, and that is changing the provider funding.
Now, Democrats proposed amendments inside this committee, but all were tabled. The bill advanced, meaning a state question on Medicaid reform may hit the ballot in August. Now, if that ballot fails in August, state lawmakers also advanced another state question on Medicaid today. Essentially, the second state question would remove their obligation to pay Medicaid costs for low-income adults if the federal government lowers that funding rate we talked about just there. Both of those state questions still have to go to the Senate floor for more consideration. Reporting live, Dakota Wapakichi, KOCO 5 News.